It's time to get the mental edge. All right, one of the best mindset lessons that I've ever heard before is the goal dictates the behavior. Think about that and apply it to your life. Your goal dictates your behavior. So in a simple area, we could talk about weightlifting. Okay, so weightlifting, your goal dictates your behavior. So how do I lift weights? How do I do strength training? Well, think about what your goal is. So back when my competing days, I was a wrestler. So all my weightlifting should be geared towards wrestling. Not bodybuilding, not muscle building, not just any overall sports training. It should be wrestling specific because that's my goal. So I need to have wrestling specific strength training. The same thing with my nutrition, right? Your nutrition is going to look a little different if you're a wrestler versus if you're a marathon runner versus if you're a bodybuilder, right? A bodybuilder might be on a very low carb diet, but if you're an athlete, you're not going to be on a low carb diet because you need carbs for optimal energy. So your goal always dictates your behavior. Let's say you're a student. How should you be studying tonight? Well, it depends. Do you have a test or a quiz tomorrow? If that's the case, then you better be studying for that subject. And you got to make sure you're studying the right things in that subject, right? So any area of your life, your goal dictates your behavior. And this way, now you can get very specific in your preparation, all right? You want your preparation to be as specific as possible to your goal. Don't just do things just to do them, okay? And you don't get extra points. You don't get extra credit for more time that you're spending on your practice, on your training, right? So whatever it is, you don't get, just because you suffer a little bit more, that doesn't mean all of a sudden you get extra points towards your goal, right? So your goal is to be efficient. Your goal is to be economical. You're going to work hard. You're going to have to work hard, but there's a lot of people working hard. So you have to be working hard and smart, making sure your work is efficient, economical, and highly focused on the right thing. So you hear a lot of people say it's not what you do, it's how you do it. That's trying to make a certain point. The reality is, it is very important what you're doing. You can't just go to the weight room and say, well, I'm just going to lift weights. And okay, what's the goal? What's the goal? Is it bodybuilding? Is it for a specific sport? And make your behavior very specific to your goal in any area of your life. Nutrition, exercise, mindset. That's one of the big reasons why we've created Winning Mindset. And within the Winning Mindset program, we have sports-specific curriculums. So if you're a golfer, you're not just doing generalized sports psychology, you're doing golf mindset, made by golfers for golfers, speaking that language, highly specific. If the goal is mindset for golf, it's golf mindset. Same thing for tennis, baseball, wrestling, soccer, football, and on and on. You want a specific curriculum to get your mind maximally prepared for your specific area. We made a curriculum for weight loss. We made a curriculum for academics. We made a curriculum for sales success. It's specific to the domain. So the goal is dictating our behavior. We're mindset training with the end in mind to be better for our sport. Now, of course, these lessons are going to translate to school and to their entire life. But if we're speaking about the context of wrestling specific, you want wrestling mindset. So it helps your mindset on the mat. And then, of course, we apply those messages outward. So our idea is to start with the very specific and then generalize. The problem is a lot of times programs in general, whether it's weight training, nutrition, mindset, it starts very general. Here's the general principles, and then you apply them to your sport or to your specific goal. We're starting with your goal in mind. We're starting highly specialized, highly specific, and then we generalize to the rest of our life. So remember, the goal dictates the behavior. Your goal should dictate the behaviors that you take. Mindset makes the difference.